this right here is my grandpa Bob. It could very well be the very first photo I've ever taken. This was probably around 1996, 97. I was 9 or 10 years old, and I'd just been given my very first film camera for my birthday. Both me and my brother got identical film cameras. I think they had different colors and a whole bunch of film. And the rest is history. I'm still taking photos today, so thank you, Grandpa Bob. This is quite possibly the coolest gift I've ever been given, and I don't know if you knew at the time how much it would have a lasting impact on me. About 5 years ago I started shooting film, and I fell back in love with it, the nostalgia of it. Like whenever you take a photo, it just feels like home, especially if you're a 90s kid. It's just like a warm blanket looking at a 35mm photo. Shooting all this new film, I remembered as a kid that I had a camera, and I called my mom up. I'm like, where are those photos? And she's like, I have no clue. And I'm, sinking feelings like crap, like I probably don't have them. I went digging through storage and I found the negatives. Like looking through a negative, you can kind of see what's there, and just getting excited that I had this. And there's like probably 4 or 5 different rolls. I rushed them down to our local London Drugs, and it was expensive, but I got them all scanned in. I'll say it again, it's probably the best gift I've ever been given, and to be able to look back on them now and not have lost any of these memories, it's amazing. And the other flip side is it's like reawakening things in my brain that I'd forgotten about. And because I was given this camera, I was looking at it from my point of view. Like my mother would always be taking photos, my cousins, everyone. Like we had tons of video cameras around everywhere. Like this camera was put in my hands and it was mine, and I was looking through it as a 9, 10-year-old taking things I thought was cool. So I can't remember exactly, but after I took a photo of my grandfather, I probably rushed into the bathroom here and took a photo of myself. Didn't know at the time, but it's a selfie, and took a couple of those. I had a Jurassic Park toy, I took a photo of that, and then shortly after, I take one of the most, I have hundreds of photos of my father. And this one photo I took when I was like 9 years old is like probably my all-time favorite. There's just something about it. He just looks so happy, and he's got a smoke in his one hand, and he's just leaning on the counter. This was about a time when we were building a new house, so we were moving in from our old house to the new house, but at the time there was a bunch of construction, and there's some really cool photos of that. And I don't remember any of that really. Like I do and I don't. It was just cool. It's really cool to see that. There's a photo of my brother on a hill. He's like with the dogs, and it's this big snow hill, so I don't know if it was a bunch of dirt. There's this other amazing photo I took of my cousin. She must have been taking a nap with her dog. Yeah, it looks peaceful. It reminds me of a Sunday afternoon in like February, wherever it's too damn cold out to go outside, but we're stuck in, and I take this photo of my cousin after we're all burnt out from playing video games, and here she is laying with her dog Mac. I think my mother at the time was like, don't forget your camera. So we'd go on these little adventures like to town to this like local hockey game, and there's this bunch of these photos I have from the Rocky Ford Arena, and it is just awesome. Like some of them are like dead frames of me trying to take a picture of this football, and then this photo of it was probably just like went off by accident. I have a photo of my friend I was growing up with, Kelsey. He must have won that poster or something, I don't know, but he seems really happy. There's this photo I took of the Rocky Ford Arena from outside. That is like one of the happiest memories I have, is walking through the doors on Saturday and Sundays. Another adventure we were on, we went to Heritage Park. Some really cool photos, just me and my classmates hanging out. Some really blurry ones, not all the best, but some really cool ones of like us hanging out and just eating candy. There's other photos of just like toys in my closet. Like it's really cool to see this Jabba the Hutt toy that I had. I don't remember my childhood bedroom. Like this is so cool to see. You can see a bunch of my clothes as a kid, and completely a dead frame, but that dead frame now in my eyes is like a painting of my past. Another adventure I got to go on was my father took me to the Calgary Zoo, and I brought my camera along, and I snapped a whole bunch of photos, and there's 2 photos that really stand out to me. There's this like really cool photo of this gorilla, and there's like, it's shot through like a window, so you see this reflection of this other girl, and you just see the look in this gorilla's eyes, and I don't really, the gorilla to me kind of looks mad, sad that he's in the zoo, and I just think it's a powerful photo. There's this random photo I took of these 2 ducks, and I took it, didn't think anything of it. I was probably just using up film because I was told to bring my camera on this trip, and I get home, my mother gets them developed, and she sees it and she's just obsessed with it. And she shows me, I don't get it. And to this day, I still don't get it. She loved it so much, she submitted it to our local fair, and I ended up winning a prize for it. And I think it was first place. To this day, I still don't really understand it. It's a cool photo, but it would be not the one, even as a kid, I would have picked to put in. So thanks, Mom. And I think I won like $50 or something, so that was kind of cool. My all-time favorite memory with this camera was 100% going to a hockey game with my dad. And this hockey game was special because it was my favorite team, the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim, playing the Calgary Flames, and I brought the camera. I was just so pumped as a kid. As you can see, I'm very excited. The game, it was a 4-3 overtime win. Scott Young ended up scoring in overtime, and I took some photos of that, and it happened at our end of the ice. It was amazing. The really cool thing about this is now, to this day, that's what I do for a living, is I'm in the Saddledome and I capture photos of hockey fans, culture, of our sports teams, and I'm blessed. And I cannot thank my grandfather enough for getting me this film camera. I thank the universe for putting this stuff back in my hands, because it brings me back so many cool memories of a time I definitely would have forgotten. So, moral of the story is, if you have a kid and you think they might be interested in cameras, get them one. Get them a cheap camera, not film, that's way too expensive, but like get them something that isn't a phone that they don't get sucked up on and play Minecraft, but get them a camera and tell them to go take photos. Tell them to start documenting their life, and they will 100% thank you when they are older. Make sure you guard those photos with your life. The younger they are and you start telling them to document their life, the cooler their perspectives are. Please go out and do that. Don't hesitate. Find a cheap camera, buy it for your kid. So thank you for sticking to the end and watching this video. There's a million other things you can do, and the fact that you're here still watching means so much to me. Please like and subscribe. It helps the channel. Stick around. I'll be doing a lot more of this kind of content. If there's other kind of stories you guys want to hear about, let me know. Have a great day, and peace.